Good morning, everybody. Gordon Hudelson with BBZ Architects. We're a small firm here in Boulder, which you all know because you witnessed my 60-second introduction about 10 minutes ago. Last time I was here, we talked a little bit about the edgeless house. I showed you 10 pictures of some stuff that we're pretty proud of, but that are also out of my realm of possibility. I could never afford to live in one of those houses. By showing those 10 pictures, I think we tend to give the impression that all we work on is multi-million-dollar homes, and that's not the case at all. So what I've done today, I actually knocked this out yesterday. I went out and visited Mike and Kate at their home about a month ago, and was out there to try and talk to them about stone skins for a couple of different areas of their house. In doing so, Mike and I got to talking about remodeling versus new build, what the differences are there, what some of the pluses and minuses might be. And it's sitting in their dining area. I just took some mental notes of some things. They have a lovely house. You don't necessarily need more space, you just need to make it feel larger in a lot of ways. And it's not saying anything that Mike's house needs to have this done to it, but this is something that incorporates some edgeless design in a pretty normal house that all of us can probably relate to in some way or another. So,
What program are you working on? What is that, SketchUp?
SketchUp. And it's a couple years older version, because I have a dinosaur for a laptop, so it won't let me download the new version. So this is basically my recollection of Mike's kind of living room, dining room, kitchen area, and entryway after sitting there and talking to him for about an hour. You can see you come in the front door, pointing at my laptop's not really good. Come in the front door right here, straight up these little stairs. This is a fireplace and bookshelves. The bookshelves don't go all the way to the ceiling. They're about 5 feet high off of the main level, but that's a really constricted entryway. You know that you're not going to hang out there. You're going to walk in and get right up the stairs and get into the rest of the house. As you come in the house, you come up these stairs, and now you got a decision to make. Am I going straight into the kitchen? Am I going right into the living room? Or am I going left to the bedrooms? Again, somewhat restricted, not very open. This all has an 8-foot ceiling, so it's really kind of small. Tight feeling in different areas. So now I'm going to show you kind of a little bit of a walkthrough that I did as if you were coming in the front door of his existing condition. This is what you're seeing as you're walking into the house. You were to walk up the stairs, 3 little steps, now you're looking straight into the kitchen. Again, you just can't really see anything except for what's right in front of you. Turned right, I'm now looking into the living room, and because of the way the fireplace is and that wall is, it's a little short hallway kind of feel. Now I'm going to walk over to the back corner of the living room, and I'm looking back towards the kitchen. Again, you can see the bookshelves off on the left. You can't really see the front door at all from anywhere in the house except for the top of the stairs. This is back at the dining room looking towards the entry. That's pretty much what you get, unless you get up from the table and walk around the corner to see into the living room. So
it's a complete tear down?
it is not a complete tear down. I'm only really going to remove 2 walls. And obviously open up the back wall. Mike and Kate had added new windows. And I'm sorry I didn't bring my mouse on how to use the touchpad. Had added new windows, and they did that to open up the view of to their backyard, which looks back onto a creek kind of condition. So there's lots of big green trees and a nice close-in view. They get to see that. You can see that out of each window, but you don't get the sense that you're really a part of it. And I suppose I should show you what I'm talking about instead of assuming you know. A standard builder, typical construction calls for, at a minimum, 3 2x4s between 2 windows. And that's one to hold up the header that comes across the top, one to hold up this header that comes up across the top, and one to go straight up to your structure. That makes 4.5 inches of studs. And you add 2 inches of window frame at a minimum on both sides of that. You just created an 8-inch gap between your windows, which acts as a column, except for they don't go all the way to the floor. So this is what I talked about last time about windows in a wall as opposed to a wall of windows, and what the difference between the two are. Same roof isn't being touched here at all. Same exact floor plan. Knocked down the bookcases here and removed the wall there. The only reason that that wall is really there is to house upper cabinets. In Mike and Kate's instance, they had talked about punching a hole through the back corner and creating an actual pantry, and that's what allowed me to take that wall away without them losing valuable storage space. The difference you can feel here is as you come in the front door, knock, knock, knock. Mike answers.
We just
invites
walk
me
in without knocking.
And here's your decision now. Do I go left up the stairs or right up the stairs? Either way, I'm going into livable space. From the kitchen, from the dining room, you can now see the front door. If this is an entertainment situation, you just walked in the front door. I can see 75% of the people that are in the space. I know who I want to go talk to or who I don't want to go talk to. The other way, you might walk up the stairs into the kitchen and go, oh no, I didn't want to be in here. Or you might walk up the stairs and never make it out of the kitchen because you're so involved in that conversation with whoever it is you meet. So being able to open up the space and really be a part of the space is what we're really trying to do. This is basically standing at the top of those stairs where before all you could see was through the 3-foot opening into the kitchen or down the little short hallway to the living room. Now you walk up there again, you can see everything in the kitchen, everything in the dining room, and your peripheral is picking up what's happening in the living room. Again, you notice the windows now go all the way to the floor. The only windows there that are existing are that sliding glass door right there and this pair of windows here. Other than that, I maintained the header. All that you're doing there to support the roof in this instance is upsizing your headers and putting posts that already go to existing foundations. So this is really a good example of a pretty drastic change to a house that you're really not breaking through the exterior envelope. This is as if I had just walked up the little stairs that I created by knocking down the wall, and now I'm standing in the living room. Again, you can see all the way back to the corner of the house, and you can see out onto the deck that you couldn't see that deck in the previous pictures because there was 18 inches of wall, which is standard so that you don't have to use tempered glass. By taking your glass all the way to the floor, you have to use tempered glass. That's generally measured in hundreds of dollars, not thousands of dollars. And we think it's well worth the expense to be able to transform from inside to outside across that line right there. The same flooring material, doesn't have to be wood, that just showed up pretty good on this image. I walk back to the corner of the living room and I'm looking into the kitchen again. You can see the dining room through your peripheral. This is standing at the back in the dining room as if you were sitting at the dining room table now. Again, you're part of everything that's happening in the kitchen. You're part of everything that's happening in the living room, and you can see the front door as people come and go in an entertainment kind of situation. And this is standing in front of the fireplace, looking back towards the back area. And again, you can Mike's tree line would be right about there. And it's a really nice feeling to be in that space. You want to go out on the deck as it is. This kind of a situation really, really makes you want to go out onto that deck and be a part of what's happening in the backyard. So again, I hope that was something that gives you a better idea of what we're talking about. It's not always $1 million finishes. You can do some pretty amazing stuff with standard units, standard items being used in the different